Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the LD23 channel here. Today, it's going to be an first episode of a new series called uh, IRacing Predicts, as you saw in the title. Um, First episode's going to be at Michigan. Basically, it's going to be me doing a 25% race around the track, the Cup Series that week. And the first week I'm deciding to do it on is Michigan. Um, you guys are gonna have to let me know what track I should do for Mexico. Mexico's not in the game. It's gonna be either Portland or Road America. I'm still debating on that. But yeah, enough of the app. Here's my qualifying lap. That rhymed. I need to just bring this up. Okay, so I'm gonna do my lap and then I'm gonna back out and the grid's gonna be completely different. I'm just gonna spoil it a little bit. Um, Chad Fincham, JJ Yaley were second row. But I think there was another car up there that shouldn't have been. If you watch NASCAR, that's not realistic. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to qualify. Wherever I qualify, I'm going to put myself sixth, and then I'm going to have iRacing just auto generate the starting grid. It's 10 times more realistic. I think Ryan Blaney ended up on pole. Maybe it was actually Hamlin. I'm not sure. But like, look, Fincham, Yaley, that's just not realistic. So, yeah. So this is a car set I'm gonna be using. Davis Warren, he makes every single Cup, Xfinity, truck car set from whatever week. I'm just gonna use the week before because obviously to predict something you have to do it before. So I'm obviously gonna have to just use the car set from the week prior. So I'll use the Michigan car set for Mexico, and I'll bump some road ringers uh overall up rating. But yeah, look, 2024 truck Xfinity 2025, it's amazing. This guy does phenomenal work. So shout out David Warren. I'll be using his car sets. But yeah, here we go. Michigan IRacing Predicts first episode. Chastain on pole. We have a realistic top 40-ish drivers. Green flag. We are underway. Can't pass before the line. So I'm going to give Jones a little push. No, I'm actually going to make it 3 wide. Trying to the right rear quarter panel. Don't want to get sandwiched into the wall. And into turn 1, Chastain leads. And now Reddick charging on the inside. He clears. Now here comes Michael McDowell. We're 3 wide. We're getting pinched. We nearly got hit there. We're barely going to be able to clear Blaney there. 3 wide in front. The side draft doing wonders as we're actually trailing spots here until 3 and 4. Jones slides up. Byron checks up. And we're going to get a good slipstream off of Logano, or Giraffe, sorry. Off of 4. And the first lap, Chastain is kind of gone. And we are going to almost pass Byron. And into turn 1, a caution comes out. Not very common on iRacing. And I did not know what happened until I went back and yeah, so Blaney and Briscoe make contact. Briscoe gets airborne, and then this is iRacing AI at its finest. They all pile in SVG, Zane Smith, and I think that's Bubba Wallace, or is that Corey Heim with a wild ride. That you're gonna see that a lot when the AI wreck. That's one of my things I don't like about iRacing, as Zane Smith just keeps balancing. Yeah, the AI just aren't very good um, with the Rex. That's one thing I'm worried for the new NASCAR game. But again, it's Irish. It's going to be 2 different games, not completely. But anyway, first caution of the day was a pretty big accident. Forgot to mention stages. End of 10, end of 30. Trying to keep it somewhat realistic to cup the actual cup stage lengths, as you saw Chastain pit, we're gonna go green with about 5-6 laps left in the stage. We have about 12 laps of gas. So again, AI again with stages, they're not very bright. That's why I might not do stages for Portland slash Road America slash whatever we use for Mexico. Just let me know in the comments. Right now, I'm leaning more toward Portland. So if this gets about 2-3 views, I'll just do Portland. So, yeah. I keep saying yeah, but yeah. That white bar will disappear later on. I'm sorry about that, but we're back racing. With only a few laps left in the stage, Hamlin gets a phenomenal start. We're going to try and pass Logano, but Byron kind of forces our hand. And as you see in my rearview mirror, the liveries, the paint schemes, they start to flicker a little bit. But Byron really sends it. He's going to clear us. We're going to have a big run. My paint scheme flickers. Logano nearly gets walled. We're going to go now draft Byron, try and get to that left rear quarter panel, and side draft. Can't quite get there. Into three, though. We're going to send it in. And the very smart AI just lose a good 3/10, and we're up to second, as now we're going to be chasing Denny Hamlin now. If you want me to do points, I will. I won't count myself, because obviously I'm not a Cup Series driver, as I'm trying to fix that white bar. It's still not going away. So, like, I can just, if you guys want me to, I can. Um, I low-key forgot about the results, but I saved the replay. So, I mean, it'd be something, just do that throughout the season with the current points now, as we're going to try and get Denny Hamlin now. It's like right now, Reddick would get second in the stage, not me, as we're just going to blow around Denny Hamlin's doors. The adaptive AI, very confusing sometimes, because they can be fast sometimes, but they can be questionable. But we do take the lead, lap 8 of 50. And we jumped to lap 10 because I was gone. We're going to technically win the stage, but, you know, if we do end up doing some point system thing, Denny Hamlin would have won the stage barely over McDowell. I can actually probably just go and check the replay to double check. Um, but yeah, domination. Hamlin or myself win stage one. It's a simulation, so I guess Denny Hamlin, because I'm not a Cup Series driver, but Hamlin wins stage one. Here we go. Pit stops here at Michigan. Obviously, we won the stage, so we're going down first. Car was fine. Obviously, hoping the AI pick up the pace a little bit, and I'm gonna kind of make it harder on myself. I'm gonna go in by pit box, and my frames were like 40 to 50. They're usually at like 90 to 120, so I'm gonna get out of the car, go to my options, turn off the mirrors because I had those off before. Gonna move the crowd to low and just try and get a little bit better frame rate. Just as the pit stop ends, and we're gonna go out of the pit road, slamming the gas too hard, and ended up speeding. So gonna have to start the tail end, which is frustrating, but at the same time, it's more content, better content, and hopefully the AI starts to pick up the pace. Okay, so obviously starting last year, I'm gonna keep the standings on the bottom right so you guys have a general idea. If you guys want me to, I'll try and get something like a ticker to that goes through the field the whole time, so you can actually see. Uh, I could do an iRacing Predicts where I just watch the AI, but I just think driving is a little different. The AI aren't very good racing, so I think it'd be better just to, race with the AI like this. Green flag. Christopher Bell does not know where to go. We're going to jump to the outside. Behind, I believe that's Bubba Wallace. We're down to 31st after winning the stage. Bubba Wallace and Heim are running the exact same paint scheme, so that's going to be a little bit hard to identify. 4 wide for a second. We're going to run Hosfar into the wall. Sorry about that, Carson. Going to still try and side draft him. As we go down into turn 3, following Hocevar, and then the dirty air just kind of forcing us up top, and you're going to see me just roll out to the top more and more throughout this race just to keep it a little bit more challenging for me. Again, Michigan is one of those tracks that is really difficult on the high AI. Daytona, Talladega, thankfully they fixed that with the depth of AI, and Atlanta. Those are going to be the best races of the season. The pack racing there, as we nearly get sent into the wall there by Hocevar. So contact up front too. A lot of door banging here as we're side drafting SVG, who is a lap down after that big crash. He might actually be 2 laps down. The dirty air, as you can see, the car is not driving, and Hocevar again. Me and Hocevar making a lot of contact. We have a big run. Nowhere to go. I wanted to go to the bottom, but it was already taken by Herbst. So we're just going to have to follow, 3-wide middle. Great racing back here, but, up front, it really wasn't like that. As I think that's Stenhouse into the wall from Bowman. The AI just check up so much. Again, like I was saying, Michigan, not a great track for adaptive AI, but those super speedways, ooh, those are gonna be fantastic. And if they're not that good, if like Pocono and Mexico, if they're not good with a high adaptive AI, I'll just put some more effort into like a skill spread because I should not be passing like 6 cars like that. And honestly, Chad Fincham and JJ Yaley shouldn't be sniffing the top 35. So, um, yeah, passed quite a few cars, but I think they were a lot down. So we're just gonna keep charging, keep moving forward here as we have another big run off the corner. There's the Barry and Cedric, and we make contact with them. We go toward the inside. Well, Zane Smith, I think that is nearly, and I mean nearly wrecking that car again because he had a quite a ride earlier. As Elliott and Briscoe make contact. I usually never saw this contact this much on adaptive AIs. I run into Elliott as well. Again, I might try a skill spread for the next intermediate. I think adaptive AI will be good for the road course that we're gonna do next week. Um, but I don't want to say, but crazy. And another big run, and we just have nowhere to go but to push the how do you taco old El Paso taco machine with pusher. As we're still gonna just run the top here, gonna get the run, get around his outside. And Busher gives us no space. We get on the wall. Busher's my favorite driver, so that was slightly annoying. As lap 20 now, 10 to go on the stage. Gonna just run the outside again, and usually I shouldn't be able to blitz by Busher. But if you look at my mirror, in about 3, 2, 1, we're not gonna blitz, and I think Byron ahead just hit the wall. We're behind John Hunter, and yeah, I saw that. It was like, did he hit the wall? Byron hit the wall. William Byron. Wow. And that killed his momentum. But look, we gapped Busher on the top. That's just, I'm going to stop complaining about the adaptive AI. But uh, it's crazy. As you saw, 5 laps of fuel. We won't need a pit. The end of the stage is end of 30. It's lap 21. So we're going to have to decide when we're going to pit here for some fuel and see how this green flag cycle plays out as we split Ware and John Hunter, or Eric Jones, sorry, running the same page scheme. But yeah, we're going to have to think about fuel. As you can see here, Hamlin, Reddick, they're pitting. I was going to go down the inside, but we're going to rip the top because they're going to be pitting. So we rip the top. Hamlin, McDowell, Reddick, they're all going to be pitting. And off of 4, we're going to take the lead, except we're not. Hamlin is not pitting. We're going to have a massive run, swing to the bottom, swing to the top, try and side draft. And some people did already pit before, but wow, already up to up to the lead after what, 10 laps? Really good run. As we are going to hit the wall, and we're like, you know what? Let's just try and build a gap and get. Let's just pit now. Let's not risk anything. As you can see, I'm seeing who's ahead of me. It's Larson. We have 1 lap of gas. You have to go through here, turning off the fast repair because we don't need it. I wish there was a bit of a better way because here I'm slowing down, trying to get everything right. And here comes Hamlin's flying by us as Hamlin actually passed us, entering the pits. But this could be big for stage 2 as Hamlin is actually side by side. We are going to have to slow down to get into our pit box. So here we go. I'm keeping pace. I actually have to hit the brakes to turn in. And I locked the brakes up and missed my pit stall. So we have to reverse on pit road, killing our stage 2. And get 4 tires, get a full tank. But we slit the tires. We cooked the tires. We're going to lose a lot of time. As Logano, I think, only took fuel only. And a lot of these guys are actually having pretty quick stops. So I don't think it mattered that we slit the tires. I think everybody just took fuel. And we are off and not going to speed this time behind Zane Smith. Same lap. Flying down the inside of Zane. Actually make a little contact as we go halfway and back to the top. cutting through this traffic as we go back down into turn 1. Following the top, kind of in the middle. As we pass Heim, finally, as we go down on the backstretch, we slide, barely saving it, somehow saving it, as we're going to lose positions to Heim, and that's it. And then we're going to go down the inside and just pass Corey Heim back. So that slide quite literally affected nothing but my tire wear, because we're still going to gain on Hocevar. We're probably going to get him before turn 1. So, yeah, that's kind of frustrating as I'm going through the field, just seeing who all has pitted or not. Is we actually going to pass Hocevar on the bottom, as running the white line, getting a little loose. Not as loose as last time, though, and another run on John Hunter. So, the adaptive AI, I've said this multiple times, it's good. This probably just wasn't a good track to do it at. As now on 28 of 50, following Briscoe, pick up the throttle pretty early there. As we are going to go for another slide. This time we're not going to save it, into the wall and around, and that is the caution. And that is the end of the stage. McDowell is going to win stage 1. The right, nearly collect Bell there. The right front killed, and that's just going to be the stage caution, because I'm not going to just extend the caution over and over. But yeah, McDowell's going to win stage 2 after a pretty embarrassing mistake on my part. Here we go. Didn't show the pit stop. I actually ended up doing the same thing after stage 1, I think it was, and editing my settings and stuff, because on the top it was like cut off, because I know how many X's I had, but it doesn't matter because it's offline. It also doesn't matter because we're back racing. McDowell and Dillon. You see Cody Ware in 4th. I'm gonna be honest here. In a couple of laps, I am gonna hold him for 30 seconds. I want this to be somewhat realistic. And Cody Ware, he running top 5 ever. McDowell and Dillon won a race last season. McDowell, quite literally almost won Texas, so I'm okay with those two. The only cars I won't really want in the top 15 is Cody Ware, the 44, and the 66. Outside of that, it will be fine, but in a second here, you're going to see me just give Cody Ware a 30-second penalty. But yeah, as we were following Briscoe, getting the side draft, Barry checked up, and almost wrecked himself there. As we go back down into turn 1, any minute now, I'm going to just give that 51 a penalty. But I'm going to just stop talking about that, as there it is, as we almost run into the pusher. As we're going to follow him down the back straightaway. Again, getting a massive run there. Busher actually got a better run. We go to the inside, back to the top, and into 3, as you can see Cody Ware on the bottom. Sorry if this video was a bit not as good. I haven't made a video in 2-some years, so it'll progressively get better. But we have a run here on Bowman, gonna push him, and that could have been bad, as he did not like that push. It probably wasn't a good push on my end. As we go back to the top, and whoa, Suarez nearly wrecked Jones, the Dollar Tree kerfuffle up ahead of me. I can't even speak. As we hit the wall and we get passed there by Chastain, and it's starting to become harder and harder to pass. As we go back down into 1, just again following the AI, getting really loose. I don't know why that is. It's kind of annoying, as we also get loose, but we're not getting loose in the middle of the corner. It's on exit. As McDowell is actually still leading this race, as we could be on for a little upset winner here. According to iRacing, it looks like McDowell and Dillon and Cole Custer are going to have a pretty good day, as we are slicing through the field. Finally, going to have a big run. I thought about making 4 wide, but I saw the 99, so we're just going to make a 4 wide on the outside instead of the inside. And now Austin Cindric in front. We hit the wall. It's a next gen and won't do shit. As we're going to just blow past the 60 and the 2 while brushing the wall again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. As we are just blasting by now the 2 nicotine companies, 2 nicotine cars from Allmendinger and Kyle Busch. As we are flying, I think we're almost in the top 10. We're in 8th? As we go down into 1, still flying. McDowell now barely leading over Dillon as Hamlin's starting to lose ground. We're getting tight. We're in the wall, and we're in the wall again. And at this point, I thought I broke toe link. Yeah, I thought I broke a toe link here, but the car is like not turning, and then the car nearly it just snaps nearly the pages the field. But you're gonna see how close I am because the car just I get in the grass. The car snaps nearly the pages of field, but as the camera turns, the right front is killed. And here I'm trying to make sure I have everything right, making sure my fast repair's on, so I'm just limping. I also don't want to kill the whole entire field. I'm glad the caution did not come out because I don't like when cautions come out, especially in this series. I'm not going to like when cautions come out because I'm technically not even a part of the race. But, and now with us being a lap 37 to 50, that is going to kill our race. And we're not going to do anything. So, yeah, it's actually Gregson now. He's starting to charge up to second. But now we're on lap 42 of 50. Zane Smith takes the lead. And I'm just, hoping for a caution. As there's a slow car. And guess who that is? That's Zane Smith. He's out of gas. That could be the caution we want. And into turn one, splitting the 67 and the 43, the caution comes out for guess what? Zane Smith. Limping it around the bottom of the track. He's going to come to a stop. And this race gets flipped upside down. We actually are going to have a chance at something. But Zane Smith runs out of gas. His day is done. As you can see, it's going to go to 1 to go. I'm actually typing in the command to do 1 to go because there's only going to be 5 laps left. I want as many laps as possible. Hamlin is going to be leading after all that cycling. But I'm going to just pit for 2 tires. Might as well. I'm last anyway in the lead lap. Might as well get some tires. And that could have been the end of our day because that would have been damage. We have no more fast repairs. That was GG. So we're going to pit. Gonna take 2 tires, not 4 in case I didn't catch the cue, but you're gonna see in a second I could have taken 4 and I would have been fine. So yeah, I can have a late race restart here in Michigan to see who's gonna win, according to iRacing. As here we go, back through the gears, Hamlin, Logano, Hamlin, again with a massive start with only 5 laps to go. He is clear of Logano and clear of Blaney, as Blaney's actually, I think, gonna go down the inside. Yes, he is. He's going to get side by side with Logano. He's going to pass Logano. And Logano is now under threat for McDowell for a second, but Hamlin leads by Blaney down the backstretch. And now on lap 47, coming to 48. Blaney with a massive run is going to get past Hamlin relatively easy. If this was real life, more blocking. But now into turn one as Zane Smith exits the pits. Ryan Blaney clears, and he will start to pull away as Hamlin snaps loose. We jump to 2 to go here, just passing these lap cars. That's why I cut a lot of it. Into 3. We're going to be on board for the rest of the lap because off of 4, white flag. Ryan Blaney's 7.5 gap goes to about, I'm just checking the interval. It's a second. Blaney's got it. Final lap. What can we do? Because we're behind Larson into turn 1. Also, that's crazy. Blaney's going to end up winning this race. And he was involved in that lap 1 wreck. As we're blowing by Larson. Larson may have hit us. As we're in the wall. As we're going to get the side draft from, I almost said Todd. Or David. Not even going to lie. Side drafting Gillen into 3 and 4. But off of 4, though, Ryan Blaney is going to win at Michigan. As we come off 4 with a big run on Haley. Haley gets tagged us, and we're into Custer. And the big one at Michigan on the last lap, Custer up in the air. Suarez gets launched, and we're going to finish in reverse. And a very chaotic ending right there. Here's a replay. Gets tagged into Custer. And pretty big hits. Wow, flying through the air as we finish backwards. There's another replay shows here. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was pretty fun to make. If you guys want a little season mode out of this, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be doing this for either Portland or Road America, whatever is the Mexico substitute, and F1 at Canada. When that happens. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys then. Deuces.